Brooklyn Independent Television.
In the Zone is made possible with the generous underwriting support from the Brooklyn Cyclones. Tickets are on sale now. For information, 718-449-8497 or on the web at www.brooklyncyclones.com. The Cyclones are Brooklyn. On In the Zone, Alexander Coppage has free volleyball lessons, boxing is big in Brooklyn, and the Barclays Arena is open for business. All that and more from the Stuy Dome on In the Zone. On In the Zone this week, we are back here at the Stuy Dome. And we've been here several times throughout the year, but we're here for a special occasion. We got some boxing, we got a little bit of everything. But first, joining me is
Retired workman from Bedford Academy.
What year are you in, Tom?
I'm a junior.
Your name?
Coach Robert Phelps, head coach, dean at Bedford Academy High School.
We're going to go into the story first, Coach, but when we come back, we are going to discuss your season and, last year and all that good stuff, right? Well, you know what? For example, the most valuable lessons in life are sometimes inexpensive. For example, free volleyball lessons. Alexander Coppage has more on that from downtown Brooklyn.
Carrie Walsh and the Olympic Games brought volleyball back to the world stage. But this isn't a sport you should play once every 4 years. Brooklynites, let's get ready to bump, set, and spike. At Brooklyn Bridge Park, Big City Volleyball hosts free volleyball clinics 3 days a week in the summer months. I even jumped in on the fun. Big City Volleyball instructors like Nicole Zeckler teach participants the basic principles of the sport.
We teach them all the basic skills, and then we teach them how to go from knowing the basic skills to being able to rock out in a full game.
While attending these clinics won't guarantee you a spot in the 2016 Olympics, you will learn how to have fun in a recreational game of volleyball.
They should expect to learn how to nail the basics, honestly. As long as you know how to bump, set, and spike, that's not so easy, but as long as you learn how to bump and set, at least they have something to start off with.
Participants vary in age and skill level. Some are newcomers to the sport, while others, like Adam Santo, are looking to sharpen their skills.
I've been playing a lot of volleyball lately. I play with some friends in Prospect Park, and I've never had any formal volleyball training. I just love playing. So a friend of mine told me about this, and I figured I'd check it out and just try and pick up some little tips here and there. I'm not much of a setter, so trying to get as much practice as I can and just have some fun. The courts are great. Beautiful view in this weather.
Don't let the sand intimidate you. Join the Brooklyn Bridge Park's free volleyball clinics and you'll be ready to bump, set, and spike in no time.
Well, hey, those volleyball lessons were, quite inexpensive, and they were free. So that's some of the stuff that Brooklyn offers. But let's talk about your basketball season last year.
I mean, I think it was all right. Of course, it could have been better because championship is expected. But I think we did pretty good.
And which division are you in also in the PSAL?
We're in the A division.
All right. So is there any chance, Coach, that you're thinking about moving up?
Well, that all depends on how, successful we are. We've been pretty successful for the past 5 years, doing very, very well. So if we have a pretty good season, I'm really considering, I'm thinking about it.
How did you guys do last year overall? How would you say last year was for this team?
Last year was good. We made it to the semifinals. We lost unfortunately, but it was a good game. I think we'll do better this year.
Yeah, we did very, very well. We're a very young team, inexperienced team, and to make it to the Final Four, I thought we did very, very well. Semifinal, we did very, very well. I'm expecting for these guys to do extremely well as this year.
Now, did you guys ever have home court advantage?
We've had a home court advantage at PS3, but this is a better home court advantage.
So you're going to be playing your home games. This is going to be officially your home court, right? Yes, here at the Stuy Dome.
Yes, this is a beautiful facility. I'm very, very excited for the school and for all the kids to get an opportunity to play in an immaculate facility like this.
Now, you approached Eric Hicks about this. How did you approach him?
I just went over. I've known Eric for a while, and I just went over and said, look, Eric, I know you got this great facility. I would love the opportunity to have our school come in and play in here. Of course, Eric, after I put the pressure on him, he obliged.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this? I mean, you're in your junior year, so you're going to get 2 seasons out of this.
I think it's going to be a good opportunity for us, and I think this stadium could be, this arena or whatever you want to call it, could be very convenient for us.
Stuy Dome's here, downtown is the Barclays Arena. Now, when you look at yourself, Coach, you look at your team, offensively, how do you look at this team? And who do you have coming back?
Yeah, we have all our players coming back. We lost a bunch of seniors, but we have a lot of, our point guard is coming back. Darren Thomas, very good. We have Latai coming back. He's gained some great experience. We have Ian Roach, a young sophomore shooter that's very, very good for us. We have Iron Duncan, who's a senior guard for us. So we have a very, very good, strong core. So I think we're going to do very, very well for us, and we'll be ready to perform.
Now, speaking of performing, November 24th is a big day.
Yes, it's a very, very big day.
Bedford Academy
It's
basketball,
our first annual Thanksgiving classic that we're going to have. We invited some very, very good teams, and not only are they good teams on the court, but they're very, very good off the court.
Now, you're speaking of off the court. You are really big on academics. You went to Providence.
Yes. Yes, I'm very, very big on academics. For the past 5 years, our team average has been a 90, and we've been doing it every year, and we continue to do that. Even at our school, to play on any sport, you must have an 80 average, and our team meets that and exceeds that every year, and I'm very, very happy about that.
Now, as far as when it comes to the SATs and that sort of, how do they score on the SATs? Because they say that's been a really major problem for high school athletes out of New York City.
Well, for us, as a school, our average SAT score is about a 1350, which is pretty decent. It's not that bad. But for some of the seniors that I have on our team, some of our guys got a 1700. We have a few guys with an 1800, and we have some with maybe a 1400. So they do very, very well. I always want more. When it comes to academics, I always want more. But we perform very well academically.
So November 24th, practice starts pretty soon.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good. And the tournament, I think it's going to be different being that we hosting it.
And you have home court advantage for the first time. Real home court.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Coming up next, Doc Stanley and Eric Hicks right after this.
Hey, I'm Andia Winslow. Welcome to Chelsea Pierce Performance Lab, and today I'm going to show you some drills that are total body compound movements that'll work on your speed, agility, flexibility, power, and strength, and they're a lot of fun too. So come on over here to a level that's about knee height, and as you increase in experience, increase in skill, you can change the height that you want. So typically I do about 44 inches, which is about here, which is my standing jump record, but let's just start here. You can challenge your friends later. What you're going to do is when you get on top of the box, you're going to land in such a way that you're landing into a squat position. You're going to pop up. You're going to land with the weight more towards the back of your heels, nice posture, and then you're going to raise up and then step down nicely to make sure you don't have any pressure on your knees. Again, you're going to jump up and come up. Making sure you look straight ahead, find a point, Jump up, maintain your posture, and that's how it's done. Andy Winslow here. This has been Skills and Drills. Great fun to join you. You can follow along online on Twitter. My handle is @Andy Winslow, ANDIAWINSLOW. Hope to join you all again soon. Take care.
And joining me is journalist, sports journalist, who's covered everyone from Ali, Frazier, the Knicks, Celtics, Tyson, Doc Stanley. Doc, welcome.
It's a pleasure, Mike. I always praise and honor Father God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Glad to be here in the zone and home, Bed-Stuy, baby.
Stuy. And also joining me is Eric Hicks. We're here in the Stuy Dome, who's the man behind the whole Stuy Dome, and he's a part of Game Over. Eric, welcome.
Oh, absolutely. Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
You know, before, we're going to get into our conversation about Barclays Arena, but before I'm going to get into this whole story about how it all came about. And, it is always a saying, they said, build it and they will come. And they came out. The press was there, politicians were there, along with current players and former players, and even the protesters were there for Barclays Open.
The Barclays Center of Brooklyn is truly about the community. It's been built for the community, and such the community will sample it first. We're very, very excited about the interest level in the Barclays Center. This is a venue that will be recognized not only regionally and nationally, but internationally. So we can't get here soon enough, but as Linda will discuss, we are on time as far as the construction part of the project.
We should focus on, I think it's more about getting all the people ready for when we come to Brooklyn, and having this great facility, and our team being where we want to be, and it all coming together and just making the city jump.
Applause, it will hear boos, it will hear joy, it will hear disappointment, exaltation, defeat, victory, happiness, and sadness. Championships will be won, and championships by the other team will be lost. There you go.
I do believe that in years to come, we'll look back to this day, and we'll say it was a day of Brooklyn. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I look forward to seeing all of you for the opening game of the Brooklyn Nets here on November the 1st. And I assure you, we're bringing a team worthy of this great arena and this great borough of Brooklyn. Thank you.
The arena means that the children of today and tomorrow will have the same sweet memories of the soon-to-be NBA champs, the Brooklyn Nets, just like I had growing up watching my beloved Brooklyn Dodgers, and then going through the excitement of the day in 1955 when Brooklyn finally got the respect that we would do all those years when we became the world champs. And when you come to the arena for any event and take a look at all of our fellow Brooklynites, many who are working here, residing in public housing, and now have jobs, gainfully employed with health care and benefits, and can pursue in their lives other careers, higher education, and so many other opportunities that they so richly deserve. These are exactly some of the kinds of jobs we need.
We're here at the Barclays Center, and who would have ever thought, right in the Fort Greene area, that you would have a basketball team and a great basketball team. So it's a great day for Brooklyn, it's a great day for New York, and everyone's looking forward to the first game.
It's an unbelievable feeling. I'm just so excited to finally be here, and I can't wait till opening night.
All right, gentlemen. Well, now the sports landscape has changed in New York City somewhat. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially now you have this arena. You also have you have Madison Square Garden, the granddaddy of them all when it comes here to New York City, especially when it comes to basketball. Everyone always wanted to play at Madison Square Garden. Now you have, well, you know what? I want to play at the arena, Barclays Arena.
Yeah, I mean, the Barclays Center is a great thing to happen to Brooklyn. And first of all, it's a huge, beautiful building that you can't miss when you're down in that area. And there are a lot of things. I hear that there's a lot of plans and a lot of big things going to be going on in there. So,
yeah, a promise long overdue. I mean, people understand that the Barclays Center is built where O'Malley wanted to build Ebbets Field. You know, it was conducive to the traffic. All the trains come in there. That is the actual site that Walter O'Malley wanted to build the new Ebbets Field for the Brooklyn Dodgers. It will never replace the Dodgers, but it's something that it brings a lot of glee, a lot of hope, a lot of energy to Brooklyn. I mean, for the Nets, for no other reason now, you know, what is now a 20-minute ride opposed to an hour and a half going away to Jersey.
And what does it do for Madison Square Garden? How has it changed the game?
Well, I mean,
is this a game changer for the Garden?
I don't know so much that it's a game changer for the Garden. I mean, your Knicks fans are your Knicks fans, but one thing about Brooklyn has a pride and a confidence about themselves that I don't find anywhere else in the country. And one thing about Brooklyn right now, there's a buzz about Brooklyn all over the world. And it's tough for me to say because I'm from the Bronx and we never want, you know, every borough wants to feel that.
Boogie down Bronx.
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, man, and every borough wants to feel that their borough is it.
Staten Island.
Yeah, but the buzz about Brooklyn, and now with the Barclays Center and the Nets, it's crazy. I mean, I see the way that the people from Brooklyn have embraced the Nets. I see these black and white jerseys and these black and white net jerseys everywhere, and shirts and teeth and hats.
Now, when you look at the Brooklyn Nets, this is a team that also has moved around several times, right? They were in Long Island, Nassau Coliseum. Then they moved to the Meadowlands. And from the Meadowlands, they moved to Newark. Now they're finally here in Brooklyn. So are they here for good?
Maybe I think Brooklyn is for good. Okay. I think Brooklyn is for good. As for no other reason, location-wise, foundation, solidarity. You know, it's a team that, you know, we remember losing Julius Erving. I mean, I think they've never been the same since the loss of Julius. They never will be the same. I think, you know, when you talk about Michael Jordan, people talk about Mike, but you talk about Mike's equal, maybe superior, was Julius Winfield Erving from the Nets. I think because Brooklyn embraces basketball, and you have a lot of frustrated Knicks fans. So I think, you know, you have a lot of people who were on the down low Net fans, but you didn't want to say it. Now they're in Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn in the house. This is the most famous borough. I mean, Staten Island, we had you, first black African quarterback in history of high school basketball. You know what I mean? Football, I'm sorry. Well, no basketball in there too. Yeah. Football, yeah. But I think Brooklyn is a firm foundation where there was no stability in New Jersey. There was no stability in Long Island. You know, Brooklyn can house a basketball team.
All right. Well, you know what? Speaking of basketball in the Barclays Arena, boxing is back in Brooklyn in a major way. And recently, Oscar De La Hoya has put together several combinations that will knock out Brooklyn.
We have boxing back in Brooklyn. We are extremely thrilled to be promoting such a terrific event at the Barclays Center. I, together with Team Golden Boy, have put together an amazing lineup of your very own champions like Paulie Malignaggi, like Danny Garcia, and the legendary Eric Morales. So Brooklyn will get a championship taste.
You got to take your hat off to Oscar. I mean, De La Hoya has done a tremendous job in the sense of not only finding the avenue to help fighters when they leave, but to bring the game back. And it's good to see it back. And it's good at a time, too, with the Nets coming in. It'll never take the place of the void of the Dodgers leaving. But and it's needed for boxing, you know, for New York City to, again, be the center and the media attention capital of the world. This is a big shot for boxing.
It forces Madison Square Garden to raise its game a bit, to perhaps become more hospitable to promoters and work a little harder to make deals with promoters so that everybody can make money on the fights.
I wanted to get to a couple other things, man. It's not coming across my head. Oh yeah, it's one thing I wanted to mention. When I got in last night. I get hit in the head, man. Sorry. When I got in last night, you know, I saw Danny checking in, and as I was going back to my room, it occurred to me. I was like, you know, I remember 2 years ago going to the press conference to announce the whole Barclays Arena deal with Golden Boy and stuff like that, and I was like, I wonder how many people thought Danny be in the main event and I be in the main event 2 years ago at this time, you know? I wonder how many people would have predicted that 2 years ago. And if you would have made that bet, you would have probably got some good money back on your bet, because I think both me and Danny have come across a lot of doubters, you know, and you know, we've been able to overcome a lot of things, you know, and sometimes you learn on the job. You know, I've taken some defeats in my career, and sometimes you learn on the job, but you know, you live, you learn, and you get better, you know, and sometimes you get humbled and you come back stronger.
I just want to take it's just, wow. You guys can imagine how I feel right now. The last year and a half of my life has really been rough, with battling cancer, being paralyzed, and trying to get back to 100% health. It's really been rough, but I've had a lot of support in my family. Natalie, my girlfriend, stand up, baby. I want to say I love you without woo. You know, without the help of your family and your loved ones, it's really hard. Miss Perry, I thank you, Victor, everybody that's been there for me. It's been a really tough year and a half, but I'm super excited to be back in 100% health. I'm excited to be on this Barclay card. It's the first ever. I mean, no one can take this away from me. You know what I mean? This is something special that I would cherish for the rest of my life. You know, whether or not I box ever again in my life, this moment will be the very special moment of my life. It's gonna be from Brownsville to Barclay, like Jay-Z said, Marcy to Marcy, 6th grade. So I'm super excited to be back on this card. I'm super excited to be showcasing my skills, and you guys who have not seen the last of Danny Jacobs is going to be super, super, super exciting. And I just thank everybody for supporting me over the last year and a half, supporting me in my time of my downtime. Just really, man, it's been really a blessing to have everybody support me, and I won't let you guys down. This second time around is going to be big things. So God bless you all, and thanks for coming out.
Boxing is back. You're going to, Oscar De La Hoya is promoting a big card, championship card. Matter of fact, you haven't had a championship card here in Brooklyn since about 80 years, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So this is major showtime, all these fighters. But there was a complaint about Oscar because Arum wanted it. Lou DiBella wanted it, and they said, well, you know, Oscar...
Mike, you were there. You were there, and the people said...
But you know, the complaints, the DiBella and them, they said that Oscar didn't know his way around the subway. And my question is, when's the last time Arum's been on a subway?
Maybe he's never been on one.
As far as Oscar...
It's not true. I mean, we spoke to the CEO. He said everybody had an equal opportunity. Oscar was the one that came, seized it, filtration of it. Everybody had a chance. Oscar took the chance. He took the opportunity.
Then why did they complain? Because, you know, here, I mean, I know it's his first time. He's really the first boxer to take on promoting fights like this, correct? Because if you look at the history of Bob Arum, Arum got his shot at promoting from the Nation of Islam.
Ali is the reason why Arum's in boxing. Ali is the reason why Don King is in boxing.
Right, the second listing fight. The Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad approached Bob Arum to promote that fight in Lewiston, Maine. And ever since then, Bob Arum's been on a roll.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think even looking at the broader picture of boxing, we need boxing, man. No matter who brings it here, we need boxing. With what's going on with MMA and Ultimate Fighting, boxing is on a down.
Yeah,
and
tremendous.
For him to come into the Barclays Center and bring that product to us and at a high quality.
And
you know,
championship fights at that. Paulie Malignaggi, Eric Morales, championship quality fight. Yeah, proven fighters.
And the thing is now fighters who are fighting locally here in Brooklyn, because you have Dimitri Salita, who's holding a card, fight cards, promoting cards out in, where is it? Out of the Fight Factory. You also have Saddam Ali, who's promoting fights also as an aviator. And Jacobs, yeah. So now if you win those cards and you win those fights there, maybe you can work your way to the Barclays Center. Maybe that's the ultimate prize.
Yeah, right. There's a goal that you can reach now. Before you were just fighting. Now you're fighting to get to the Barclays.
And, you know, you may or may not get to the Garden before. There's a chance, right?
Well, who's concerned about the Garden? I mean,
no, I mean, but before then.
Well, the Garden is not even concerned about boxing anymore. I mean, sadly enough, John Condon, Tommy Kinville, who passed away recently, I mean, the Garden is really not existent boxing-wise. Guys are renting the boxing for fights, but Madison Garden has no boxing department. How sad is that? You're a basketball player with no sneakers.
No, I would say absolutely. The fact that there's an option now, which he says Madison Square Garden is not an option, but it's always good to have two players or another player so that nobody can hold any sport or any entity hostage. So, okay, if Madison Square Garden doesn't want to take on boxing anymore, well, now there's an alternative and something else for somebody to shoot for. I think everybody's excited about what's going to take place and what's happening with the Barclays Center.
Because I know he's holding his fights in the middle of October, matter of fact, around October 20th, and then beyond then he's going to promote fights every other month.
Every month or every other
month.
I mean, that's Madison Square Garden all over again, like the old Phelps Forum, a monthly fight.
And I think the people here in Brooklyn will support it.
Especially with the local fighters.
Absolutely.
In other ways, as far as De La Hoya, you have also DeBella, who's also was complaining about that fact too.
Well, I mean, it's kind of falling on deaf ears. I mean, the bottom line is the CEO said everybody had the opportunity. Oscar's the guy that sees it. And then you have to look at DeBella. You say, well, how you let a guy from the West Coast undermine you on the East Coast? So you got to look at it with a grain of salt. You know, there's two sides to every story, and there's the truth. We were told that everybody had a chance. We got to thank Oscar. And I think a lot of the problem with Oscar is jealousy. Here's a guy that's done a great job. As you said, he's a fighter, you know, who's come in a venue that you only have promoters, Aram, main events, DeBella, King. This guy's done an outstanding job. And he's brought some very good fights.
This facility, Stuy Dome, tell us about it. What are your plans here?
Man, we are so excited about the Brooklyn Inner Court Stuy Dome. St. Philip's Christian Church made this happen. It was a vision that they had years ago, and bang, it's here now.
It's on the corner of Lafayette?
Corner of Kosciuszko and Troop.
Okay.
Our address is 775 Lafayette, but the actual entrance is on Kosciuszko. And we're prepared and about to hold actually a big basketball clinic that's this Monday. And Bedford Academy, who I think you're going to be talking to the head coach, Rob Phelps, this is going to be their home court. And we're just excited to have a place like this, a beautiful diamond in the midst of Bed-Stuy.
Is there a chance that the Nets may practice here?
I don't know if they'll practice here, but they definitely will have some camps, some clinics. I'll tell you, the Knicks are coming at us hard. In fact,
Wow.
The Knicks are going to be here this Sunday, doing a little shoot, and they said that they're going to come back. And you know, Game Over has had an affiliation with the Knicks for a while now, but we're looking to open up some doors with the Nets. So holla.
You know, you think about it, this could be a great practice site for the Nets.
Absolutely.
I mean, especially
or even the visiting teams.
For everybody.
No, gentlemen, we are out of time. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, and from the Stuy Dome, I'm Micheal Bellamy for In the Zone. Take care. Have a safe week. Bye-bye. In the Zone has been made possible with the generous underwriting support from the Brooklyn Cyclones. Tickets are on sale now. For information, 718-449-8497 or on the web at www.brooklyncyclones.com. The Cyclones are Brooklyn.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at brickartsmedia.org/BIT.